Hello ladies and gentlemen, and right now I'm going to show you how to assemble and use the 3D printed modular rockets. Starting out with the FSMM section. This is the most important section. It houses the motor and gives stability with the fins. Then you have the BT, which stands for body tube. By the way, FSMM stands for fin section and motor mount. Then you have the BT, as Bravo Tango, stands for body tube. This attaches to the fin section via the screw and thread. Also has the launch lug. And in this particular configuration, it houses the parachute and the shock cord. And finally, you have the NC, or the nose cone. Pretty self-explanatory. It has a little thing to tie the parachute and the shock cord to. I put a little bit of blue masking tape just to keep a little bit of friction on the BT so it's nice and snug, but not too snug, of course. And you screw the BT on. It's hard to do one-handed. And then finally install the nose cone. And you're pretty much ready to go. In order to recover your rocket, you're going to need a parachute and a shock cord. Now this is where the only glue in the entire system comes in. You have to glue in the shock cord mount, which is just a standard Estes little paper shock cord mount. You can use super glue or plastic cement, whatever you think can hold that in. I use plastic cement and it works fine. Then you have a shock cord that's about 3 times the length of the rocket. And you just go ahead and tie that onto this little loop. Also, you need to loop the parachute shroud lines through, and then loop the entire parachute through that. And I'll insert a little diagram on how to do that here. Once you have the rocket assembled and the parachute and shock cord tied onto the nose cone, which I don't have a parachute with me right now, so you just have to imagine it. To prepare for flight, you need 3 to 4 patches of recovery wadding inside here. Just like a normal model rocket, basically. And then what you do, you take the motor retainer, you just put it in here, and then you slide it in there and screw it on. Nice and tight. And assuming that you have your parachute and shock cord, recovery wadding all in check, and a good new motor, you are now ready for flight. And all of this is basically the same for the 3-part configuration, except that the body tube does not interface with the nose cone. It actually has a body tube extension. Of course, the main difference being that the body tube has a thread that can interface with this, which is where you keep the parachute and shock cord. And then finally you put in the nose cone right here. And of course, here it is in the 3-part configuration. A word of caution, I do not recommend reefing the parachute like I did on Demo Flight 2, because it has slightly damaged the FSMM section. What I think happened was the motor was still warm, the plastic was a little bit warm, and it came down really hard. And you can see it in the video, it came back and popped up really quickly, and I'm assuming that damaged that. So I'll have to print out a new FSMM section, which is absolutely no problem. Just a few hours, a little bit of plastic. Should have an identical copy. But yeah, that's basically the assembly of the MAPMakER series of 3D printed modular model rockets. Almost no glue required. The only glue required would be to hold in the shock cord mount, which is far less than any other model rocket kit I've ever heard of. I will provide links in the description to the shock cord and parachute, which together cost less than $10. And this 4-part configuration rocket cost about $2 in plastic. So, very easy to assemble, very cheap if you already have a 3D printer. And thanks very much for watching.